think the place where I'm most excited is where we're focused on trying to remove some of that administrative burden that we actually kind of put back on the providers. That we used to have a transcriptionist that was actually translating things after the doctor dictated something into a dictaphone. In our effort to really improve things, we drop the dictaphone, don't need the transcriptionist. The doctor's sitting there keying everything themselves. We've added
Really?
literally hours to their days. If we use this ambient listening, which is something that's going very, very well, where it's being tried right now, it's capturing information during the encounter while the doctor and the patient are in the exam room together.
So you're talking
What
ambient listening that's like basically microphones that are in the room itself.
correct?
And they're listening
Correct.
all the time. So, of course, that brings
Yes,
up privacy issues. People are
of course.
concerned who gets access to that, right?
Hmm.
But if there's some sort of protection on that, I mean, how can we ensure that only the doctor and the patient would see that private information?
There's two things that are important there. One is in healthcare, the Hippocratic Oath applies across the board, whether you're a physician or you're an administrator. First, do no harm, right?
Mhm.
So we actually have to explain what it is that they're using the technology for, and there's some legislation that's happening as we speak, mandating transparency and disclosure, which means what we are
That's
using
smart.
it for has to be explainable to the point where a patient can make an informed decision, yay or nay. Do I want you to be listening, use this technology listening in the room?
And they can like say no and literally they'll
Yes.
turn the microphone off and nothing's being recorded.
That's correct.
Okay.
We help them to understand what we're doing with it. It matters because patients have really been frustrated because they get denials from the insurance companies all the time.
Mm,
Well, if that communication that happens, if it's recorded accurately, it's going to reduce the errors in the coding that actually cause some of the billing to get denied.
I see.
So
So it's not
having
that they
some
don't care about
understanding,
privacy, they care about effectiveness.
yes, but they also care about privacy, which is the challenge that we deal with in the healthcare space when it comes to any technologies we're working with. And this generative AI and ambient listening, these types of things, we actually have to have those firewalled within the organization.
Of course.
But there's also the realization that people need to have that your information is being stored by your physician now,
Right.
and it doesn't become more or less accessible whether we're using AI or not.
I think